one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. Can somebody save me, I'm losing every battle.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode of the Brand Momentum Morning Show. I'm your host, Faith James, and it is my joy, my honor, my great privilege to be coming to you and sharing some words of inspiration, of encouragement. The mission for the show is to inspire into action, and this is your morning coffee. So if you have your coffee or your tea, come join me, come sit. We're going to have a chat as we do every morning. Good morning, Bonita. Thank you for joining. Good morning, Amber. Lovely to see you. Hey, Lori. Thanks for joining. So as I get ready for the lesson, we're going to be talking about a professional seeks order. I want you to share this video. I want you to start a watch party. And if you're doing a watch party, a professional seeks order with Faith James. I want you to share this with everyone that you know has a business, has a drive to do something bigger, better, better with their life, with their calling. And this is a great place to get that inspiration, that encouragement, so they can stay in brand momentum. Thank you, my love. So we're going to, it's a small reading this morning, but it's huge. It's chock full. So we're gonna get into it. So a professional seeks order, and again, reading from the book, The War of Art, Steven Pressfield. This is all about how to recognize and break through resistance. So he says, when I lived in the back of my Chevy van, I had to dig my typewriter out from beneath layers of tire tools, dirty laundry, and moldering paperbacks. My truck was a nest, a hive, a hellhole on wheels, whose sleeping surface I had to clear each night just to carve out a foxhole to snooze in. The professional cannot live like that. He is on a mission. He will not tolerate disorder. He eliminates chaos from his world in order to banish it from his mind. He wants the carpet vacuumed and the threshold swept, so the muse may enter and not soil her gown. I love that. Banish it from his mind. He wants the carpet vacuumed and the threshold, right? The threshold, the entrance to your doorway into your home or office, swept. So the muse, and this is muse, M-U-S-E with a capital M, may enter and not soil her gown. The muse in this instance is creativity ideas. When you hear somebody says it's a muse, when you hear like a designer or a photographer say this person is their muse, this is a person that they use for inspiration. This is a person that they may design a collection around, just kind of thinking about their energy, and they flow and they build an entire collection around this person. So whatever you are creating, whatever you are working on, your muse is something having to do with, good morning, Karen, with your energy. So it says vacuum, sweep, so that your muse may enter and not soil her gown. So let's talk about chaos. Because if you have chaos in your living space, you have chaos in your mind. Because here's the thing, I just literally hopped off of my mastermind, and one of the things we were talking about is whatever you focus on is what you're going to grow. That's just universal law. That's just how it works. If you're focusing on it, more of it's going to come to you. So if you are living with chaos in your midst, above, beneath, around, in between, betwixt, wherever the chaos is, and you can see it because you're going to see it every single day because you're living in it, that's what your brain's focusing on. That's what your brain's focusing on. Good morning, my love. Whoever this is, can you click the link to give StreamYard permission to use your name so I can address you by name? Thank you. So if you have chaos in your home, in your office, in your garage, in anywhere, and you have to see it, it's on your mind, it's in your brain. Whether you are aware of it or not, it's coming into your subconscious. And here's one thing that I know, you cannot create magic in chaos. You cannot come up with brilliant, life-transforming ideas when you're sitting in chaos, in a mosh pit. The author said, in a hellhole. So imagine he's an author. And in order to get the tool that he uses, which is his typewriter, to come up with brilliant ideas, words to inspire and encourage the world, he has to dig under dirty laundry, tire tools, and all sorts of madness to get to his typewriter. Think about that. And then think about it for yourself. Yes, you cannot create magic in chaos. Think about it for your situation. So I'll tell you my truth because, that's the only way I know to be. For the longest time, I want to say maybe like a few years ago, I would sort of joke, like it was funny to me. Good morning, Lindsay. Thank you for being here, my love. I would joke almost like it's funny and say, oh my gosh, my office looks like a hurricane just came through it. Like I was proud. When you don't know what you don't know, you don't know what you don't know, right? So if you think about that, what does a place look like when a hurricane comes through? Everything's strewn all over the place. You can't find anything. So here's how you know if you have chaos, because somebody might go, well, I'm not a hoarder. I don't have boxes piling up to the top of my office. I'm good. This is your test. Pick 3 things randomly from a list and say, okay, I'm going to put on my list my 2017 tax return, my client file for, pick the client's name, or my child's birth certificate, whatever. Pick 3 randomly. And I want you to time yourself to see how long it takes you to go and find that thing. First of all, do you know exactly where to go? Or are you now on a scavenger hunt? Like, oh my gosh, I thought I put it here. Maybe it's in the other folder. Maybe it's in the other drawer. Maybe it's in maybe. And think about how much time each one has taken you to go recover. And you look at that time, and that's a multiplier of Lord knows how many more hours you spend wasting spinning around looking for things because you're in chaos. Nothing's organized, nothing's labeled, nothing is filed. Listen, your computer desktop, let me just out myself because we are all in this thing together. So let me close this, and so you can literally see why this is so important. Okay. So this right now is my desktop. As you can see, I don't have any file folders. And this is what happens when I'm creating, when you see me creating my posts. And like one recent one I did was for Muhammad Ali and for James Earl Jones. So I go and I find different images, and then I just quickly download the ones that I want. Now I've already posted, right? As you can see here, here's a Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali. I've already done that. So there is no reason for these to just be sitting here lingering, loitering on my desktop, because when you look at it and you go, oh, wow, that's a little bit messy. And if you're saying that whatever you focus on, whatever you're seeing your brain's focus on, my brain right now is trying to process, okay, where do these folders go? Is there any order to this? Is there something that we can do to make this not even be a thing that your brain is taking the time to focus on? And truth be told, this is good for me. Before, oh my gosh, it was layers and layers deep. So at the beginning of this year, I made a very concerted effort to get myself so much more organized, because here's the thing: when you are they say like either like you're like a conscious competent, or you know how you've heard people say like people are like high functioning alcoholics, or high functioning drug whatever. There are some people who can function, so you might be that, a high functioning person even amongst the chaos, which is me. But just imagine how much further your business, your life, your joy could be if you just got rid of the chaos. Just like to think about the potential, think about the possibility, not because you're doing it and you're doing it quote unquote well, but you can always be striving for better. And so what that happens is then the resistance comes, because now you're distracted. Now you're like, oh my gosh, and do with these file folders. Meanwhile, you have a hot deadline, and now you're thinking about this. And here's the thing, then now you can't find your stuff. Now you can't find your stuff. Right? So this afternoon, I have a conference call with my CPA, and we're talking about whether I should be putting people on as W-2 or contract, because we need to hire in the sales department. I better be able to have all of my documents at the ready. And truth be told is I don't have everything at the ready. And so even though, right, I'm the CEO of my company and everything falls to me and I have to be directing everything, nevertheless, you have to find a way, make the time. And I love Sunday afternoons when it's sort of like not high pressure, most often not seeing clients, you're not going anywhere, it's just you to just take 30 minutes, take an hour, and say, okay, I'm going to sort out the desk. So my thing for today is this. So off to my right, this is now on my desk, I have this. So my word to myself is that this pile here is going to be processed. Whatever is in there, whatever bills need to be paid, whatever files need to be added. Like I think I got my IRS, like, what do you call that thing? Like your code, the number to do your file your tax or something like that. That needs to be filed away into the taxes section. Like just take the time. Another thing that I've started doing is, yes, Lindsay, the chaos makes it so much time. Like if you literally just did those 3 things that I said, you would realize how much time is wasted. Yes, everything needs a home. I love that. And, and let's bring in some Marie Kondo while we're at it. Pick everything up. Does this bring me joy? Yes, this happens to be my gratitude oil, so it brings me a lot of joy. So it goes back in my counter here. I want to find something on here that would be an example. Well, see, because I've already cleaned off my desk, so I don't have anything that's kind of like errant. But if you have something like, okay, so right? Just like a little free gift that came with something that I purchased. Doesn't need to be on my office desk, but I just haven't had the time, so I say, to either decide, am I keeping this thing or am I going to toss it and make a decision and do it? So somebody hashtag handle things once. Handle things once. What that means, and this is where I was saying I'm working on. So when we would get the mail in the house, so it comes from the mailbox. Yeah, Karen, I know you talked about that. I'm so glad you're finding this helpful. It's really been helpful for me, and it's given me such a release, such a freedom, because I can just now woosah. When I come into my office, it was so bad, guys. I would take my laptop out of my office to go work, to go write copy, to create. Like, does that even make any sense to anybody? Like, this is the branding lab. Like, this is where the magic happens. But when it was so chaotic, I didn't want to be in my own office. Think about that. So handle things once. What this means is, so you get the mail. This is what used to happen in our house. We get the mail. So the mail comes into the house and it lands on the kitchen island. And it sits there and it loiters there for a time. Then the sorting happens. Jim has his mail, I have my mail. And then I come and I may open it or may not open it, and then it ends up in a pile here. Then it sits for a number of days. And then I look at it again and it's like, oh, this was junk. This was some like credit card offer thing that I don't need, rip it up. So when I say handle things once, is the minute the mail comes and you process it, you bring it in the house, sort it right away. Do we need any more Best Buy 20% off coupons? Like, who's with me on this? Like, do we need any more Best Buy 20% off coupons? Hey, beautiful. I don't know who this is. Can you click around and give, this should be a link that says I'm using StreamYard to give permission to click that link so I can see your name. Do we need any more Best Buy coupons? First of all, if you have the app, you have the coupon on your phone, you just bring anyone up and give it to them. They'll process it and you get the 20% off anyway. I mean, I was having, because, just in case you need another 20%. So what is that now? More clutter that even though I'm not like sitting there like looking like, oh my God, if I see it, my brain, because my brain is just this amazing, intelligent machine that processes trillion bytes of data, if you can even say that. The minute my eye sees it, my brain is processing. Like, that's just this is what happens. Like, it's automatic. You have no control over it. So you might think, oh, it doesn't bug me. Did your eyes see it? Your brain is now working and figuring out what to do with it. So subconsciously, it's mucking up the system. This is why then the ideas and the inspiration and, the creative magic isn't coming out of you. You're wondering like, okay, why can't I sit and write my copy? Why this? Because your brain is preoccupied processing all sorts of errant things that it doesn't need. So you bring the mail in. If you have like a receptacle, even before you get in the house, process it there. Get rid of the promo things, the Sunday coupon things, or whatever you like. If you can just look at this and go, nope, I don't need, I already know what this mess is. It's one of those other crazy offers. Don't want it, rip it up. Obviously make sure your name and your information's, shredded, discard it or covered up, rip it up and get it. Don't even bring it in the house. But if you don't have like a receptacle outside, then you bring it in. And if you're bringing it into your office, wherever the first stop is, you stop there, you process it, and then you don't handle it again. Because what was I doing? I was handling one bit of mail 3 different times. So we bring it in, it goes to the kitchen counter, it sits there, then we take it up again, sort through, this is mine, this is yours, this is mine. Then it comes into the office, then it gets moved over to this pile over here, and then it wastes some time there, and then. Handle it once. Let that be your new way of being. If there's something that you can make a quick decision on that says yes or no, this doesn't need to be here, done. I have 2 file folders that are just not huge, but they're just like little like cubbies. And I put, all of the critical things that I need to touch quickly in one, and then other things that I need to have, like my, let's say my passport, my expired passport. I have a folder that keeps all of that stuff in one place, like my what do you call it when you're global traveler's number. So when you travel, there's a number that lets you go through the. Look, I haven't even traveled, so I can't even remember the numbers. I can't even remember the names. I haven't traveled in so long. But so you like Lindsay said, and Karen said, everything needs to have a home. So just to take some time and listen, don't get overwhelmed with it, but we're going to take some time to get organized. So the minute when I say I stopped and I got this place, or like, you see all this artwork behind me, like that was intentional. Like I told my husband, I said, I want this to be like when I walk in my office, I feel like I have been transported to Paris. Like I am in a French salon, luxuriating. Like there's another wall that you can't see here that I have all the prints that I have when I went to the Louvre in Paris, and their frame. Like I have a print of the Mona Lisa. I have several of Picasso and Henri Matisse. That they were, where these things were? In some storage thing, like underneath the bed. So I said, no, we're going to do better. So I got all my stuff up. My flowers. I love to have at least one live, real plant. Orchids, my favorite plant in whole flowers in the whole wide world. So when I come in, I feel like I'm transported to where the magic's going to happen. You guys get what I'm saying? Amber says, extreme couponer, but haven't had the time to do it. So I decided not to get any more coupons until I had time to organize. And yeah, and it was way too much clutter. And let me just say, if you even have like in your garage, like cardboard boxes that you're storing, our pest control guy told us, don't keep cardboard boxes in the garage, because like the brown roaches or the brown cockroaches, whatever they are, they love that. This is where they love to lay their eggs. So think about that too. He even said, don't even bring the boxes in. When you get like an Amazon delivery or whatever, process it in the garage, get rid of the box, and the next garbage day it's gone. So whatever you can do to be intentional about organizing your office, your space, even your home, take it a little bit at a time. And I'm not even saying like it has to be like, oh, you're spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but it's the organization that's the key. So when he says, vacuum and sweep so the muse can come in and not soil her dress, that means so inspiration can come visit you often. And inspiration, when she comes, she's like la joie de vivre. She's like, darling, I'm here to inspire you, right? She is like it. So we don't want to have her dress soiled. There's a scripture in the Bible where it talks about this idea of cleanliness is next to godliness, where, they were given the command, the children of Israel, is like, keep your camp area clean. Like it literally was saying, when you go do your number 2, go do it outside of the camp. Truth, like I will find the scripture and tell you this is in the Bible. And cover your stuff up and keep your camp area clean, because God Almighty himself, the creator of the universe, walks among the camp to keep you safe. And it must be treated as such. So think about that. Do you want God to be walking in and amongst your life? Do you want God to be walking in and amongst your business? Cleanliness is next to godliness. So it's scriptural. Keep your place clean if you want God to come in and do magic. So instead of the muse coming in, when God himself comes in to just make supernatural things happen in your life, it can't be a mosh pit. It can't look like a tornado or a hurricane came in. So let's, for today, make a determination that we're going to take one day this weekend and pick one thing. When I first learned about the Marie Kondo way of doing, I was so excited when I saw it. I was like, you know what? I have so many like little tops, tank tops. And if you were to say, oh, Faith, go find a black tank top before, oh, honey, it was a scavenger hunt because I can't remember where, because you like stuff things and push the drawer tight. Is it just me or I can't get any support on this? Is this just me, right? Stuffing things in and making. So when I just took the time to learn about the whole Marie Kondo thing and making things stand up. So when you open the drawer, you can just see like, oh yeah, that striped top. I know that's my striped tank top. I can just pull that instead of creating havoc and wreaking just unnecessary trauma energetically in your life. Thank you, Amber. I knew I wasn't alone. I'm just telling all my business in the street, but it's the truth. And I'm telling you, when I started this, so when we moved, so we bought this house in May and we moved in shortly thereafter, like that weekend. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to take that same foolishness that I was doing at my house in Port St. Lucie here. So this is my opportunity for a fresh new start. And when I tell you that I still have work to do, but it is miles and miles and miles ahead. My desk is organized. I can see the things. Like this drawer in here now is starting to become like a little bit of a junk drawer. So I have to be mindful of that. I have a window bench there and it has, let's see, 1, 2, 4 pull-out drawers that need some focused attention, because this is what happens with the quickness. It's like, oh, just stuff that in there, close and be done. I'm good at that. But if I want to understand that a professional is organized, because if somebody says, can you get the file with X, Y, and Z, or you know what, I'm looking for, here's a perfect example. I bought 4 pens to sign when I do my book shows, to autograph my books. If you were to ask me to put that now on my list, Faith, on your list, go find the 4 pens that you bought to autograph your books. Go. I'm on a scavenger hunt. I'm telling you right now, I think I can find one. But why you can't find all of them? So this is what I'm saying. We all need to do better. And if you think about that, your success in life, in business, is attached to your organizational principles. How you do anything is how you do everything. So if your space is a hot mess and organized and disorganized, how are your finances? Can you pull last month and say, yep, I see this chart. I know what this was for, and this has been entered somewhere. There's so many areas that we need to do, but I don't want to overwhelm you. I just want you to say, pick one little thing. First, know the lesson from today, that a professional is organized, swept, clean, organized. Do your level best to get your place organized. If you can't find a use for something, then donate it. Don't keep harboring. My mom and I used to have this saying when we would go shopping together. Oh, I'm inspired to make changes. Please tell me your name so I can recognize you. I love this. This is what the show is all about. Inspire into action. Thank you for that. So we would have this saying when we go shopping and say, this is how we would, is it a wow? So before we have this saying, we go, oh my gosh, you can't leave this. Like, look at the price. How could you leave this? How could you not buy this? Forget about if we need it. Forget about if the fact that we already have it in 5 colors. But look at the price. How could you leave it? So now, is it a wow? For it to come into the closet, for it to make its way, and because listen, that's one more drawer space that you have to account for. That's one more hanger that you have to account for. And if your thing's so tight, oh my gosh, guys, my closet. Shout out to Marcella Scherer, CEO, founder of Marcella Scherer Inc. No, I can't see your name now, but just type your name in so I know. Marcella helped me so much with organizing my closet. But before that, it was like, it's tight, like you can't find anything. So what did I end up doing? I would just like in like a couple sundresses that I would just rinse and repeat, because trying to find anything there was just trauma in and of itself. But glory, that's all sorted now. But it comes with time, but it comes with a oh, Arvis. Okay, wonderful. No love. Do you see where it says click here? Look at the video where it says I'm using StreamYard. There should be a hyperlink to that StreamYard where you should be able to give permission. But we give ourselves no opportunity for success if we don't focus on what's around, what's in the environment. It's like if you're planting a seed, you've got this it's a beautiful peach tree that you saw somebody and they're like, hey, yeah, here's a seed from this plant. So you've seen that it can bear fruit and it's going to be good fruit. So they've given you a seed and they're like, oh, go plant it. So now here you come with the seed. You're like, ooh, I'm going to get the same big juicy peaches. But you're planting your seed, which is a good seed. It's proven. You're planting your seed in a soil that's not enriched. You're planting your seed in a soil that's not going to get natural sunlight. You're planting your seed in a place where it's drought conditioned, not going to get any water. Do you think you are going to get the same beautiful bounty of peaches that it may not even grow? And then you wonder, you're like, oh my God, it's a total scam. She scammed me. She gave me the wrong seed. It's because you weren't planting your seed in fertile ground, in fertile conditions. So if you're thinking, I can't get any ideas, I'm not attracting the right clients, I can't get my website stuff, I just feel stuck, I want you to look around. You're trying to plant a brilliant idea, but in what condition? Is your office a mosh pit? Is your home looking like it's toe up from the flow up? Somebody? We must do better. Cleanliness is next to godliness. If you want God moving about in your business, God moving about in your life, God moving about in your home, clean it up and get it organized. Simple, but powerful. So so Arvis, I know, is saying she's inspired to do better. Who else? And so pick a project. Don't overwhelm yourself. This is the first thing, because I remember once I was like, oh my gosh, I want my whole entire bathroom to feel like it's a spa. Like you walk into one of those spas and it's too much to try to do in one day. Let's just take it a bit at a time. When I started the Marie Kondo thing, I picked one drawer. It was like my like tank top drawer. One. Don't overwhelm yourself, because this is what happens. We're like, ooh, I'm in momentum, I'm gonna do it, and we're gonna let's go. And then invariably you're gonna lose steam, you're gonna lose momentum, because it's right. It's like this, it's ebb and flow. This is why we talk about being a professional and disciplining your disappointment and being mature of mind and of thought, so that things are gonna be up and down, but you're going to do your action, right? You're going to take the action that you can take to encourage growth and abundance and prosperity from your place, because you're doing your part. Pick a drawer. If it's your junk drawer in the kitchen, if it's like for me, my office desk center drawer. Yesterday, my husband came, he's like, oh, do you have a lightning USB? And I kind of like froze. I was like, holy crap. I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, what's in here, right? It's so easy to slip back. Karen, you talked about your desktop. So pick whatever it is for you. And remember, this is the key to breaking through resistance. You must honor your word to yourself. You must treat yourself as royalty, as somebody who is deserving of respect. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you know good well, you have no intention of doing it, don't say it. Don't say it on here to seem, posh and with it. Scripture tells us the worst thing you can do is make a promise to God and don't fulfill it. Better don't tell him nothing. Don't say nothing to him. Don't talk to him, than to say, make a promise. I swear, calling on the Lord's name, and then you don't do it. Bad news. Don't do that. So stand in your truth, right? We're all in different places. We're all growing, but we're all on this journey together. What's doable for you right now? Is it the kitchen drawer? Is it your intimates drawer, right? Your negligee, your night clothes, whatever. Pick one thing and do it. Commit to it and actually do it. And then you'll see it'll start to spark a difference. It'll start to spark a little thing. So I want to show you guys this on my desk. So I have three of these, and Karen Treaster taught me this in her Phoenix Rising Confidence Igniting program. Need to get rid of photos. Yes, Karen. And so whether it's organizing them or setting them up in such a way that after you've used it, you can just discard it. So this is actually a candle. And talking about like organizing and then even organizing your thoughts. So I will light a candle just as a way to woosah, just to like calm the energy. But again, we don't want the chaos. And decide if I'm going to write copy for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it might be, and just be in that moment and focus only on that and not have the binging and the ding and all those kind of things. Because that's why we don't get a lot of our things done. Is we're trying to do 50 million things at once. And so this is the focus strategy. This is the focus strategy with the candle. So get with Karen for the next time that she does her Phoenix Rising Confidence Igniting program, because these are some really great tools that you want to have. But we need to have chaos gone from our environment. Therefore, ergo, ipso facto, chaos will be gone from your mind. Then you can have clarity of thought. Then you can really start to create the magic that you were intended to create. So I am hoping that this was inspirational for many of you, that you're going to take action. If you are, just type in the comment, #yes. You don't have to tell me now what thing you've decided to do, but if you're going to take an action to get something organized, whether it's in the office, in the kitchen, in the bedroom, in wherever, the laundry, the garage, doesn't matter, but you are decided, you are resolved that you're going to pick one thing, even if it's a teeny tiny little thing. You're going to pick one thing and you're going to get it done. And then once you have it done, brilliant. I love all these yeses. Once you have it done, I want you to come to the next, whenever, by the time you've gotten it done, and I'm not even going to put the pressure on you, I just said to you, don't say yes if you have no intention of keeping your word. So I'm not going to tell you, oh, do it by tomorrow. Put it into your schedule as it fits. But when you have gotten it done, I want you to, if you're in the audience for any of the episodes, to just let me know that you did it and what it is. And so we can celebrate you, recognize you, cheer you on, and just give you all sorts of mad love, because that decision that you're going to make, that when you do it, is going to transform your life. Good morning, Deb. Absolutely. Yes, files this morning. Brilliant. I love all these yeses. It will transform your life. The minute I did my office, the attraction, the things that started happening in my business, I can't even begin to explain. Ideas. So again, from, working with Karen, one of the things we did yesterday was like pick one new habit. So I said, okay, one new habit for me, I'm going to wake up an hour earlier. That's, I just decided I'm not going to worry about it. So I set my alarm earlier. So normally I'm just like maybe getting up like 8:15. I got up at 7:30. Actually, no, 6:45 this morning. And people are like, oh, that's luxuriating, but I work well into the night. So for me, that's early, but we're going to be shifting that anyway. So waking up an hour earlier was my decision point. And then I did that this morning and got so much done. Did my meditation, my Bible reading. I'm actually going to finish when I'm done with the show. Do my gratitude journaling. I did like 2 meditations. I did a tapping thing that she taught us last night in the session. So So many things happened for me the minute my office was organized, my drawer, my everything. I can tell you with certainty that if you do the same thing, it will happen for you. It will. This has been so helpful, Faith. I've been working lately to switch out of a neurotic, controlling attitude towards order and cleanliness into a centered place of valuing order and organization. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, whoever this is. This makes my day. I'm so grateful that you tuned in. I'm so grateful that you have come to this place of awareness, because this is what it's all about. Give yourself some ease and grace, but just be intentional that, yes, I'm going to get to a place where, if somebody were to come in, like, this is the thing, if somebody were to come in and say, hey, I just need to pop into your office, are you going to say, wait a minute, I need an hour to clean up? Or is your office just ready for a guest at any given time? Oh, Lindsay, wonderful, beautiful. Thanks, beautiful. That's an agreement my husband and I had for this new house. We're like, we're going to keep this place visitor ready. Not that people were just rolling by, popping in, but it would be intentional for us to make sure stuff was, or organized or picked up if somebody was coming over. Why does it have to be? Right now we're touching something twice. If it's a matter that Fancy's blankets are all over the place, when you see it one time, fold it up and put it back. Don't wait until now somebody's coming like, oh my God, pick up Fancy and her toys and do this and like go do this and wash the dish. You create unnecessary havoc in your life. So the professional likes order, organization. Let's get into it. I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your ongoing support and participation. I want you to feel my heart that I'm doing this because I know that these things that I'm telling you, that they work, because everything I'm bringing to you is what I'm doing. I'm not saying like, oh, I heard about this. I'm bringing to you what's working. And sometimes we just need a little support. I can't even tell you how much, tens of thousands of dollars to be in a mastermind, to get up at 9:30 every morning and be held accountable for things that I want to do and how I want the trajectory of my business to go, global expansion, all that kind of thing. So when I come on, this is basically like my gift back to you, because I'm already in that mind space. And so it just made perfect sense to do the show right after that. And so I'm giving you what I'm getting. So I'm hoping that this is being a blessing to you, and to keep coming back. Invite your friends, invite your colleagues to click the notification button on my channel so they know when we're on. And let's just create a positive ripple effect in the world. Like, just imagine if everybody in the world had a morning routine where they were doing meditation and they were like getting inspiration down into their soul to start off their day. Do you guys know what a beautiful world this would be if everybody adopted that posture of personal development, accountability, spending quiet time in the Word? Amazing. And it's not impossible. And that's my mission. That's what I'm here to do. So I love you guys so much. I will see you bright and early at the crack of 10 o'clock tomorrow for another episode. Thank you guys so much. And be blessed, be well, and just have a fantastic day. Take care, everyone. God bless you.
No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. Bye.